All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the second game of the night. It's the Big East Reborn here, Temple Challenge. We'll start off, take a look at the schedule here. We're just coming off a tough loss, 37-32 to UConn. We had the ball at the end of the game and couldn't manage to score. We dropped that game to UConn. So, tonight's game, we take on Virginia Tech, the Virginia Tech Hokies, led by James Franklin, the head coach. Recently let go from Penn State, found his way down to Blacksburg, and now he's at Virginia Tech. So we'll get into some Virginia Tech facts and trivia here. But first, let's take a look. As we said, we'll start this game in a few minutes. But first, we're going to take a look at our recruiting board. We're slowly but surely starting to attract some of these Pennsylvania natives as we got a hard commit from our second three-star recruit, the three-star linebacker from Philadelphia, Greg Griffin. Our second three-star player. We got a commit from a two-star wideout, Pat Howden. That's our third commit. And we have all kind of time to use here to readjust our board. So we have a verbal from Nick Moon. We'll stay where we're at on him. Let's see what's going on with this junior college quarterback from Bellwood, Thad Bergen. Underrated player who I'd really like to get. We're not going to add anybody new right now. We'll go back and look at Pennsylvania players, but for now we're just going to try to close some of these guys out. So we're going to add some points to Bergen, the left tackle from Pittsburgh, PA. So we're in a battle with Akron for Oliver Vernon. He's got a visit scheduled for this week. He's coming this week. A lot of guys coming this week. Thad Bergen's coming this week. Oliver Vernon is coming this week. We're going to update some of these points. Meredith, we dropped on Meredith's board behind Akron. The right guard from Stroudsburg. He's coming this week to see former East Stroudsburg quarterback, James Franklin. We'll up his points a little bit. Let's see who else needs points. We're looking pretty good for Fink, the right guard. Defensive tackle, we'll add a few points to Dexter Cribbs, the Philadelphia native. Another defensive tackle, we'll bring him in for this game against Louisville, which is going to be a tough one. They're ranked number 3 in the country right now. We'll bring in Rayshawn Bramble from Williamsport. He can visit next game against Louisville. We'll up his points. Another wide out here. So we have enough points. We could maybe add one player. Let's add one player to the board. Let's see who else is available from PA that we could sell out on, because 55 points is the max. Are there any 3-stars available in Pennsylvania? Could we sell out for somebody else? Anyone that's new to the challenge, we've said before, the rule is we have to recruit 3-star players. So we're going to go after, the rule is we have to recruit players from Pennsylvania during the regular season before it gets to transfer portal time. So I've looked at this kid a few times here, Sony Choi. We're going to put him on the list, try to get a 3-star defensive back. He doesn't have any offers yet, so we'll put him up here with the 3 stars. We'll offer him... We'll just offer him what he wants, 65 NIL. And we'll put our remaining 50 points on him. So we have 2 more 3 stars. One's already verbaled. Still have 14 targets on the board. Looking at the other classes, as always, Oklahoma and Ohio State at the top, Georgia, Penn State, some of the powerhouses with a lot of recruiting money, signing 4- and 5-star guys, something we're not going to be doing anytime soon. Currently, our class is ranked at 70th with our 3 commits and 2 verbals. Not the worst in the Big East, but falling behind here. Falling behind some of these other teams already, as Miami is, of course, going to be the toughest team in the conference. So that's the update there on recruiting. We'll take one more look here at the conference standings. Virginia Tech is currently the only team in the Big East without a conference win. They come into this game at 2-3. We're 3-4, 1-3 in the conference. As it's going to take a great effort to somehow shock Franklin and the Hokies tonight. But we're going to try. Looking ahead at the schedule, it's all tough games from here on out. I'm glad we at least beat South Florida because we have some tough games. We've got Virginia Tech, number 3 Louisville. Boston College has been surprising at 4-1. Then we wrap up the season later with our doubleheader against Pitt, who's undefeated, and West Virginia at home to conclude the season. So our Bull hopes are really not looking great right now as we're 3-4. Got to try to find a way to win 3 more games. And I'll leave that to you guys. Do you see three more victories on this schedule? I don't know. Big game, James. I don't know. Is this a big game for Virginia Tech? I'm not sure. This is the type of game Franklin historically would be known to win at Temple. But it's a new situation for him. I don't know what he has in store for us today. Probably some end of the half struggles with the play clock and misuse of timeouts. I'm sure he's good for at least one of those tonight. As Virginia Tech is an 81 overall. Thinking about their roster, I know they have Ethan Grunkmeyer at quarterback. They also have, if anyone remembers from Penn State last year, tight end Luke Reynolds was a pretty good player. He's one of their best players as well. So it's going to be tough to shut down Grunkmeyer and Luke Reynolds. Let's check out the uniforms for Virginia Tech. They have a maroon helmet, maroon with the letters. That's pretty nice. A white helmet, another white helmet. I think they'll just wear their standard jerseys tonight. And we're going to go with our classic red tops, white pants, and of course our all black spikes. So the all-time series, Temple and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech leads the series 14-3. An interesting note on that, the last time Temple defeated Virginia Tech, Temple was 0-6 with losses to William and Mary, Akron, and Toledo. And they went into Blacksburg back in the heyday of Virginia Tech football and knocked off number 14 Virginia Tech in 1998, 28-24. Temple only won 2 games that year. They beat Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh. And it was a crazy upset as Virginia Tech was number 14 in the country, one of the powerhouses in the Big East. They lost to a winless Temple team that had losses to 1AA schools and MAC schools and really had no business being in that game. But on that day in 1998, the Owls shocked Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, and we're hoping to do that again today. But all time, it's 14-3 Virginia Tech. And, Temple hasn't had much luck against Virginia Tech, but we're going to try to recreate the magic of that 1998 matchup in Blacksburg. There's Hooter the Owl. The Owls come in at 3-4, 1-3 in conference. James Franklin's Hokies enter at 2-3, winless in the new Big East. And we're hoping to keep them that way here today in South Philly. As you see, Bermuda is there for some reason, running out with the team. But as we know, he has a broken foot. He won't be playing today. So I guess Mason will be back to his return duties as we're underway, and it's going to go to Mason. Yes. He is so slow. He only gets to the 13-yard line. There's our man, Peter Clark. 3 touchdowns, 511 yards on the season. A very solid season for him. As the Owls start this game on offense. The first play is a give to Mason. Nice carry for 7 yards. And we're just going to try to take our time and hang around with Virginia Tech as long as possible. We're on like a 3-game streak here of scoring on the opening drive. We'd like to keep that alive. And Shepard drops back to pass. He looks for Clark. He has him. Clark's got some space. And we're on the move. First down. Shepard gives this one off to Smith. Smith is blown up in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. This is going to be a pretty tough game.
Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir." After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Shepard calls for an audible. He looks for Cush. Cush drops it. That play wasn't going anywhere. As you can see there, we have a lot of recruits, all 2-stars, but there's a lot of high school players here in South Philly today. Hoping to get some more, pick up some more verbal commits, or maybe a few more hard commits even. We'll see. As it's an early 3rd down for Temple, 3rd and 12. Shepard throws it long. He's got his man down there who drops the ball. Pretty good throw from Shepard. Put it right in his hands, but it's incomplete, and it's going to be an early punt for Atten and the Owls. So we're picking up right where we left off against UConn as we miss a tackle there. And thanks everyone for staying up late to watch this game. As you can see, there's Ethan Grunkmeyer, the Penn State transfer. Doesn't look anything like him, that picture.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not
We need something to happen here to give us a little bit of hope. Our defense was atrocious last game as Grunkermeyer gets off to a good start, but the ball comes out. It's fumbled. I hope that was actually a fumble. You can see Franklin there looking at the play. Was that actually a fumble? Let's get up here and run a play. Hurry up, guys. It was. They're not going to review it. So on the first play of the game, Virginia Tech turns the ball over. We get up and run a quick play to Smith. He has 9 yards. Maybe just the spark we needed to give us a little bit of hope here that we could be in this ball game. Grunkermeyer throws it out in an early fumble. Puts the Owls in business as we ran right by Franklin there with the ball. It's 3rd and inches.
Well, this running back has been the only guy obviously who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody.
3rd down for the Owls. To give to Smith. He has the first down. And we're down to the 14-yard line here. Shepard, empty backfield behind him. Back to pass. He's going to scramble. He makes a move. He's down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for Temple. Mason checks in. They give it to Mason. And he's stopped at the 2. This is where we like to feature Brown the fifth. Brown the fifth is going to make his first appearance in the game here. Let's get him in the game.
To the line of scrimmage, it's 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised.
2nd and goal.
Hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
We're going to give it to Brown the fifth. No, it's Mason.
Now it's 2nd and goal.
I'm going to call timeout. I'm actually going to waste the timeout there as
Snap it here. They're going to use the timeout.
Mason was in the backfield.
After using an early one, 2.
We always make it look difficult down here at the goal line. Where is Brown the fifth?
Got stopped on first.
There he is.
They'll try it again.
Brown the fifth in the backfield now. They give it to Brown, and he's in. Touchdown Temple. So the Owls capitalize on the early mistake from Grunkermeyer in the offense for Virginia Tech.
Just as you would expect, that didn't take very
And again, they jump out to an early lead, something that's becoming
Position count. When you've got opportunity,
more common here in these games as we've had some leads.
offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have
The extra point from Harden is good, and it's 7-0 Temple.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Brown the fifth has been very reliable in those short yardage situations down at the goal line. As Virginia Tech will bring this one out, and they're stopped at the 18-yard line. So one play so far for Grunkermeyer in this offense, and it's a turnover. As they come back out here, Grunkermeyer keeps it. We miss him. He's not very, look how slow he is. Don't know how he got away from us there. I really wanted to light him up. Instead, I just went flying past him. As he has no speed whatsoever, but he still runs for about 15 or 17 yards on that play. This time he gives it off for a short gain. Second and 7 for Grunkermeyer. He's clapping his hands. I think that's Luke Reynolds, who he just sent in motion as they run. I think Reynolds is number 82 there. I think he was 84 at Penn State, maybe 85. He might be the number 85 here. 3rd and inches for the Hokie offense. Grunkermeyer back to pass. He has number 82. Is that Reynolds? I don't think so. No, that's another tight end, Gosnell. So I think Luke Reynolds is number 85 over here on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully...
First down for Grunkermeyer.
And you see why. Easy pick.
And he's picked off! Grunkermeyer picked off by Willie Love. No brotherly love for Grunkermeyer as it's a pick 6. Willie Love picks off Grunkermeyer, the second turnover of the game. Grunkermeyer is shell-shocked. The Temple crowd is loving it. No brotherly love for Grunkermeyer as Love picks him off and takes it back for a pick 6. And it's 14-0 Temple. Willie Love on the pick 6. We love to see it. Grunkermeyer throws a pick 6 to Willie Love. That might be the best play of this challenge to date. I love seeing that from Grunkermeyer, the traitor who left Penn State to follow Franklin to Virginia Tech. And he's picked off here in Philadelphia for a pick 6, 14-0 Temple. As the Owls are just flying down the field on that kick return, they stuff the man at the 14-yard line. What will Grunkermeyer do now? 2 possessions for the Hokies, 2 turnovers. And Grunkermeyer is back there again. He's in the gun. He's back to pass. He's under all kind of pressure. That one could have been picked off, but he gets it to his man
He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive...
for the first down. But that was sweet. Oh, hold on one sec. I'm going to... I want to save that so I can make a clip out of that. That was awesome. I don't want to lose that one to history. I guess I could save it from Twitch, but it's easier if I take a little clip here on my PlayStation to save for later, as we're still buzzing from that pick 6 by Willie Love. We got to focus in here again as Grunkermeyer is in the gun, 2nd and 7. He gives it up the middle, and they're going to be short, 3rd and inches. Grunkermeyer leads him up to the line, 3rd and inches from the 34. Sends his man in motion. They run it. We get to him right at the line, but they only needed less than a yard. They do manage to get it just barely. Grunkermeyer back to pass again. He has his tight end this time. He takes a big hit. Benji Gosnell. Surprised Grunkermeyer hasn't looked for his fellow Penn State transfer Luke Reynolds yet in this game. I see him there. It's just a matter of time until they try to get him involved as they send number 16 in motion. Grunkermeyer alone in the backfield. He's back to pass. He finds Benji again for the first down. So Grunkermeyer has shaken off those 2 turnovers to begin the game, and he has Virginia Tech on the move here. They run it, a lot of pressure, but he gets rid of it. We sent the blitz on that one. Trying to get to Grunkermeyer, who's obviously been rattled here in the first quarter. Grunkermeyer hands it off and breaks a tackle, and that'll do it for the first quarter. But Virginia Tech, nice answer. They're going to have 1st and goal. They might be able to get one more play off here, and they do. Grunkermeyer gets one more play off. Grunkermeyer fakes our guy out, and he takes it in himself. So Grunkermeyer bounces back from the pick 6 and leads the Hokies right down the field. Well, we knew this was going to be a tough game. We got the defensive touchdown. But Grunkermeyer bounces back from those 2 early turnovers and does lead the Hokies down the field. Not many yards for our offense as they had the short yardage situation. And Virginia Tech really had the ball most of that first quarter. But we do have the lead, 14-7. Let's take Mason out again on these kick returns and see if we can find somebody else that could return a kick. It's not going to be Mason. Oh, Brown. Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. Let's put Brown the 5th back here again. See if he can get a kick return. So Brown the 5th is back deep to return with Hardy. This time it goes to the other side to Hardy. He's just going to call for a fair catch. No, he's not. Actually, I tried to. He doesn't call for the fair catch. Instead, he brings it out. And the Owls will start this drive from the 18-yard line, leading 14-7. It's a give to Brown the 5th. He has a nice carry, 8 yards. Second down for Temple from the 26. Shepard back to pass, quick hitter to Cush, who gets a good block. Has the first down. So if nothing else, it looks like we were ready to play tonight. We're in this game as Chase comes in motion. They fake it to Chase. They give it to Brown the 5th. He carries his man forward for a few yards.
It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little...
2nd and 7. Now Brown the 5th really is becoming a vocal part of this offense. They give it to Brown the 5th again. This time he has a few yards. It's 3rd and 2.
This offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
From the 46, and Mason checks back into the game. This time it's Mason. Mason has a big hole up the middle. He's into Virginia Tech territory down to the 34-yard line. So the run game is clicking on all cylinders here in the first half for Temple. We're on the move again into Virginia Tech territory, down to the 34.
Got such a burst too, doesn't he? As soon as he
Shepard back to pass. He throws it out to Mason. Has it out in the flats for a short gain of 5. I need to fix my formation sub so I don't have to keep coming back in here. But I want this to be Smith and Brown the fifth and Morrow. I want Morrow to get in the game. I need to do some like formation subs for Morrow to get him some more touches too. But if we don't get him out here now, we'll get him out there in the second half. That's kind of been what we do when guys get tired. We bring in the true freshman Morrow. As this time it's Smith for no gain. We're at the 30, which we've learned is actually within Harden's range. He made a 49-yarder last game against UConn. This time Shepard's going to roll out. He's going to try to get it himself. He takes the hit. Does he have the first down? He does. At the 24, Smith is in the backfield. They give it to him. He has 2. We're going to try this screenplay that we thought could have won us the game last game against UConn, but Shepard couldn't get rid of the ball in time. This time he does get it out to Smith, and it's set up nice. Smith has a block. He's down to the 10-yard line. That's exactly what we wanted to happen against UConn. We got it out to Smith that time, and he has a nice gain. As Mason checks back into the game, it's 1st and 10 from the 10. The give is to Mason. He makes a move. He's down to the 1-yard line. Actually, the 2. And this is definitely Brown the 5th territory, as it's 2nd and 2 from the 2. We can technically somehow still get a first down. We give it to Brown. He's stopped for a 1-yard loss. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up here. 3rd and 2 from the 3. Probably 4-down territory, knowing the way we play these games. But we'd love to just punch it in here as Shepard comes out in the gun. We're going to look for Clark. Quick hitter to Clark. He hangs on to it. Touchdown Temple. The man from London, the British Hammer, pulls it in. And it's 20-7. Peter Clark on 3rd and goal. The extra point from Harden is true, and with 1:58 to go in the second quarter, Temple again extends the lead to 14 points, 21-7. Here comes Grunkermeyer and the Virginia Tech offense. Grunkermeyer's back to pass. He has his man out there. We miss him, and he gets out of bounds at the 43. Would be nice to somehow hold them here before the half, as they do get the ball to start the third quarter. Grunkermeyer back to pass. He's looking deep, and he has a guy wide open. So Virginia Tech instantly answers our touchdown. And 2 quick scores for them. So we put all that work together. We put all that work together to take a 14-point lead, but Virginia Tech answers. And it's 21-14. As Brown is back to return this one. Can't get much going again. It's out to the 18-yard line. Owls do have time here to answer. We don't want to do anything too risky as Brown runs it for 5. Second and 5
Down at 2nd and 5.
for Shepard.
Looking to pass. It's Shepard.
Shepard rolling out. Oh, I thought he had a lane there,
Excellent pursuit
but he's hit
as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
from our own 24-yard line. Virginia Tech is not calling timeouts. I hate to be scared here, but we're probably just going to let this play clock run down in case we don't get this third down.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24.
We still have 2 timeouts. 3rd and 4 for Shepard.
From the gun, wants to
He
pass.
looks for Mason, who has it, but Mason is short at the 28-yard line, and Virginia Tech Franklin calls timeout there. So that was not good. Quick 3 and out. Still 47 seconds to go in the quarter. We're going to have to punt. I'm not going to go for it on 4th down from my own 28 with 40 seconds left. As Atten gets it away. Fair catch called for at the 27.
And they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. First play of
And
this drive comes from the 27.
now Virginia Tech has a chance to answer again.
First play of the drive, he'll
We
throw.
probably should have just tried to kill the clock there, but we
Nice play by the defense.
thought we could maybe get something going.
Well, this offense has gone his
Instead,
way.
we gave them a chance
They've gotten into a nice
to
rhythm. That time,
score
though,
again.
was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice
Grunkermeyer's back to pass. He's looking deep, and again, he has his guy wide open. He breaks a tackle. We do wrap him up, but they're down to the 20-yard line. So that was stupid on my part. I knew I should have just killed the clock. Instead, I tried to throw the ball a couple times, and it's going to cost us here as Grunkermeyer throws it. Touchdown. 2 quick scores for Virginia Tech, and just like that, the game is tied. Terrible clock management. I was talking about Franklin's clock management. Instead, I screwed up the clock management as we hit the kicker in frustration there.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot.
And the game is tied. So we played a great half. Not much to show for it,
If you can do that, I don't know.
as it's going to be 21-all here.
Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25.
We still had that awesome pick 6 against Grunkermeyer. That was beautiful as Brown the 5th runs it here for 8. Try to run him again, I guess, but not enough time really to do anything unless he could break one or something. He has the first down, and that's going to take us to halftime. 21-all here in South Philly. We blew a 21-7 lead in the final 2 minutes of the second quarter. And Virginia Tech will start with the ball, as there I am with Clark.
It is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show.
All in all, that was an exciting half, as you see there. Pitt beat Boston College to continue their winning ways. Pittsburgh 7-0 somehow. We kick it deep. Grunkermeyer has caught fire here in this game. 2 long touchdown passes. He's up to over 200 yards passing. He really bounced back well from that pick 6. I thought he was shook. But he comes out throwing again. This time it's a short gain. He's up to 3 touchdowns, 224 yards. This time he's going to throw it out there to his tight end. We have him just shy of the first down, 3rd and inches. For Grunkermeyer. We still haven't seen Luke Reynolds in this game. Grunkermeyer back to pass on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep it. He's going to get outside. And we hit him, but he gets the first down. A broken play there, but Grunkermeyer is able to scramble for the first. Again, Grunkermeyer sends a guy in motion, back in motion, right to left, and they throw it out to him. We hit him, don't tackle him. He still just gets 1 yard, but he should have lost yards on that play. Our offense still just with 140 yards so far today. 2nd and 9. For Grunkermeyer. At least we're making Franklin work for this one. As Grunkermeyer's under pressure, and down he goes. That's Kevin Hornbeek on the sack. Sets up a 3rd and long for Virginia Tech. From the 34, 3rd and 17. Grunkermeyer's in the gun. He's back to pass. He's going to probably look deep downfield. He doesn't. He just drops it off short. There's Luke Reynolds. But we have the stop. So an opening drive stop from the Owls defense. Finally, we get another stop. As Mason's back to return this punt for some reason. He takes it out to the 25. Now we're going to go with the true freshman, running back Morrow. Let's get Morrow in the game a little bit. My formation subs are all screwed up, as even though we brought in Morrow, it's still going to be Brown the 5th on the first carry of the half, and he loses a yard. So every time I try to do something, it's screwed up. I try to bring in Morrow. Instead, it's Brown the 5th running the ball for a 1 yard loss. And Shepard will be back to pass. He has his man Clark for a short gain of 7. Clark, again, he does have that big touchdown catch, but only 21 yards on 3 catches so far in this game. We need more from Clark if we're going to be able to shock Virginia Tech here tonight. 3rd and 4 for Shepard. He's back to pass. He looks for Clark, and Clark has it for the first down. Now, can we get Morrow in the game? Yes, we can. Morrow's out there. That's how we wanted to start this drive, with the true freshman running back Morrow, but we finally get him in there. Here he is. He has a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Little motion from Clark, left to right. Back to where he started. We give it to Morrow, who's blown up in the backfield for a 2 yard loss. And it's another 3rd down for Temple. This time it's a tough one, 3rd and 8. As what do we have in the playbook for this situation? Maybe we'll try that screen. It's Morrow. We're going to try a screen to Morrow, or maybe if we're under duress, maybe we'll just lob one down there to Clark. 3rd and 8. Got the screen set up, but it's blown up in the backfield for a 5 yard loss. And Virginia Tech answers our stop with a stop of their own. It's 4th and 13. Atten's going to be forced to punt this one, try to pin the Hokies deep. He gets it away. It's kind of shanked. Where will it go out of bounds? It goes out of bounds at exactly the 20. And that's where Grunkermeyer will come back. Still tied here, 21 all. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Grunkermeyer is in the gun. He throws it out quickly to his tight end, Benji Gosnell for 6. It's 2nd and 4. This time Grunkermeyer looks for Benji again. Seems to be his favorite target. But it's 3rd and inches. You got to watch Grunkermeyer on the scramble here on 3rd and inches. As he hands it off, and we stuff him in the backfield. So the Owls come up with a quick 3 and out after the punt. We won't be able to say we didn't have our chances here tonight, as we're getting the ball back again. We still have Mason back there for some reason, and he is hit instantly and brought down. Now I'll go into the depth chart here and take Mason out, but the damage has been done as we've let him return numerous punts and he hasn't gotten anything. We're going to put Morrow back here. See if he can do better than Mason. as Brown the fifth is back in. Offense has really sputtered recently here. This time it's Brown the fifth. He's got a decent carry for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. We need some points on this drive. We're at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 3. Late in the third quarter. Shepard rolling out. He looks for Clark. He has Clark for the first down.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nearing the end of the third quarter here. Still tied. This time it's Morrow. He's got a big hole up the middle. First down for Morrow into Virginia Tech territory.
46-yard line, it'll be first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs.
Again, they give it to Morrow. He cuts back inside for 5, and we have an injury. That's the other tight end, Cush, grabbing his ankle.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
As Schaeffler checks into the game for the first time. Shepard comes out in the gun. He tries that out to Green, which works there for the first down. Franklin in the picture, taking a look at it. There he is. If you see over here, I'm pointing at the TV, but if you see over here next to that official, that's Franklin there at the 30-yard line. And he doesn't like what he's seeing here as we're going to be going to the fourth quarter here in a second. A tie ball game. Last play of the third quarter is another give to Morrow, and he has the first down to the 23. So a scoreless third quarter here, and we're in another tight game. Virginia Tech and Temple, 21-all. We head to the fourth quarter here in South Philly. Can the Owls shock James Franklin and Grunkermeyer and the boys? Franklin makes his return to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Can we send him back to the Commonwealth of Virginia with a loss?
Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner.
So here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Brown the fifth checks into the game. 21-all. They give it to Brown the fifth. He doesn't have much as he stopped at the line. It's 2nd down and 10. Shepard calling his audibles, looking for Clark out there. He's going to keep it. Can Clark give him a block? He does, but he can't get around the edge. It's 3rd and 4. Tough decision here. We're in field goal range. It's going to be a tough, I'm not sure what to call here. We're going to go with the run to Mason. He has the first down, and it's 1st and goal down to the 8-yard line.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue.
I don't like any of those plays. We need to hurry up here. Why is Mason in there? We finally find a play. This time it's Brown the fifth, the guy we want to get the ball to down here, close to the goal line. They give it to Brown the fifth. He's stuffed for a 1-yard gain. It's 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first.
You know who we're going to look for here at the goal line? Big Peter Clark. As Shepard rolls out, he forces it to Clark. It's picked off over Clark's head. Someone please tackle him. What was that? The ball goes over Clark's head, and it's intercepted at the goal line. A terrible throw from Shepard. What? I don't know what that even was. As Grunkermeyer now is back to pass. He finds Reynolds. I can't believe that. We look for Clark. It goes over his head. It's intercepted in the end zone. Just a terrible throw from Shepard. It was only 2nd and goal in a tie game. He didn't need to force it like that. As Grunkermeyer runs here for a short gain, it's 3rd and 2. Third and 2 for the Hokies. Can we get a stop? Grunkemeyer keeps it, and somehow he gets outside and he slides down at the 25-yard line. Basically, that play just totally screwed us in this game. We are due for a win, but it's not going to happen now as we just blew our chance there at the goal line. We stop them there for a 2-yard loss. We had so many chances in this game. We had a 21-7 lead. We got the pick six early. We have the ball second and goal, and we throw an interception in the end zone as they swing this one out to number 27. He's short. It's 3rd and 8. Another close game, but we just too many crucial mistakes as Grunkemeyer finds his man on 3rd down. And I'm trying not to get pissed, but it's hard as we're going to lose to Virginia Tech here after we were winning the whole time, and we just threw an interception in the end zone. So it's number 27. He's down to the 4-yard line, 2nd and inches. Franklin looks like he's going to steal this one from us in heartbreaking fashion as they're in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. So we have the game basically won. We have 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Shepard throws the pick, and Grunkemeyer leads Virginia Tech down the field. And with 2:42 to go in the 4th quarter, the Hokies take their first lead of the ball game. We've been winning or tied this entire game, and just a costly turnover at the goal line. And this one's all but over. We'll play it out, but I don't see any way we can drive down the field and score. But we'll try. So here's Shepard. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to try to run. He makes a little move there, gets a block from Clark, and he has the first down. All our timeouts. We've got plenty of time as we give it to Brown for 5. We'll try to give it to him again, get another play in here before the 2-minute warning. It's Brown again. He gets outside. He gets a block. He's out to the 48. That's right. Lots of time. No need to hurry. Get one more play in here before the 2-minute warning as we look for Clark, and it's almost picked off. Again. As everyone's saying it's not over, I wish I believed that. I'm pretty demoralized from that last drive, but we're trying to bounce back. Clark, can you save us? 2nd and 10. Shepard back to pass. He looks for Green, who drops it. The ball hits Green right in the hands, and he drops it. A comedy of errors continues for this offense, as that was a pretty decent, it really wasn't a very good throw, but it still hit him in the hands. It was back behind him. And it's 3rd and 10 for Shepard. He forces it to Clark. It's caught for no gain, really. And the ball game's going to come down to this 4th down. We're basically in our own head here. We basically are defeated after that turnover we had in the end zone. As it's 4th and 7. Shepard looking for Clark. He has it. He has it to Clark. Clark bails us out there on 4th down as Hope is still alive here for at least another second as he hustles up to the line. He drops it off to Morrow, who luckily drops that ball because that would have been a big loss. 2nd and 10. Shepard's back to pass. He forces one to Clark, who has it. He breaks a tackle. It's 3rd and 6. Obviously 4-down territory, so we're going to maybe try to run the ball here, set us up for a more manageable 4th down. As we give it to Mason, he has the first down. Mason has the first down. We go quickly. We're back up to the line. We're deep in Virginia Tech territory again as Mason breaks this one off. We're going to try. That play worked pretty good. We're going to give it to Mason one more time here. Try to get this first down and regroup. As it's Mason. He has the first down with 1:19 to go. We're at the 16-yard line, where things never seem to go good for us. But we got a chance here to tie this game up. Shepard's in the gun. He's back to pass. He looks for Clark. Clark drops it, but that's okay because he wasn't going anywhere anyhow.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller.
It's second down.
How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
I have a weird feeling that they're not going to be ready for this, so I'm going to try to run one with Morrow. I know we need a touchdown here, but I think maybe we could surprise them. We give it to Morrow up the gut. He has a big carry. We're going to try to go quickly. 3rd and 1. They were in that zone set. We might be able to sneak this first down in here as we give it to Morrow again. He has a first down, and he's in. Touchdown, Temple. A clutch drive from Shepard and the boys. Morrow, the true freshman, runs it in, and with 51 seconds to go, Temple has tied the game. Well, barring something crazy on this extra point from Harden. Harden's extra point is good, so with 51 seconds to go, Temple has come back to tie the game. Just so we can lose in the most heartbreaking way possible. We've set this game up. We've tied this game up here as they'll look to return it. Not a wise decision as he only gets the 13-yard line. Now, this is going to be rough because they're going to be throwing the ball deep, and our secondary has been exposed on them deep balls from Grunkermeyer. 47 seconds to go. Tie game. Grunkermeyer in the gun. He sends Reynolds in motion away from us. He's back to pass. He's looking downfield. He has his man along the sidelines for the first down. They're out to the 33. Grunkermeyer looks deep and unbelievable. He has him for the touchdown. 2 plays. I just said about our secondary not being able to stop anyone. I hate this game. We can't stop them. They run 2 plays and score after we work all that time to stop them. And we work all that time to drive down the field. They just throw one up for the second play. And he's 70 yards for a touchdown. And Virginia Tech has retaken the lead with 30 seconds to go. So 2 losses on the stream tonight. Both heartbreaking losses. We look for Clark. Clark has it. I'm out. We could never do that. We could never throw one down there. But we're going to have to try to at least throw something downfield. Shepard's back to pass. He's just going to dump this one off to Clark. He gets out of bounds at the 36. That sucks. We really should have won this game. We had the ball down there numerous times. We threw that pick in the end zone. We worked so hard to tie the game up. If we lob one deep, it's almost picked off. And this game is all but over as Shepard is in the gun. He rolls out. He just throws it short to around the 5th. He gets out of bounds right there in front of James Franklin. 7 seconds to go. This last 30 seconds has taken a painful amount. He fakes the pitch. He rolls out. He's going to lob it deep. He's hit, and it's almost intercepted. Somehow 1 second remains on the clock. I wish it would have just ran out, but it doesn't. And we have one more chance to throw an interception here as Shepard can't throw the ball more than 30 yards downfield, but he's going to try. He's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. So we lose to Virginia Tech 35-28. Grunkermeyer acts like he's won the national title when really all they did was just beat Temple for their first Big Ten game, Big East game of the season. I know, it's stupid. Like, we're winning the whole game. I don't know how they do that.
And then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys.
We had the pick six against Grunkermeyer. That was sweet.
You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
But we lose 2 games tonight, both in heartbreaking fashion. We fall to 3-5, 1-4 in the conference, and I hope everyone's having as much fun as I am watching us lose night after night. I just continue to get worse at this game. I don't know how someone can play this game every night and just get worse and worse at it. But I keep finding new ways to lose as we drop that one by a touchdown. We have number 3 Louisville next. That'll be fun. They're undefeated. Yeah, we're built different here in South Philadelphia. You really got to be, it's not for the faint of heart. You got to be mentally tough to make a series like this. As we lose 2 games by a combined 12 points tonight. We lose by 5 to UConn, and we lose by a touchdown to Virginia Tech. And that one really hurt, as we had that game won, it seemed like. And our bowl hopes are all but gone. I don't see us winning any more games this year. And next year is probably going to be more of the same. But I think everyone's enjoying watching the series, so I don't want to get too demoralized. I'll try to keep it going. I'm trying not to get too down about that loss. It was fun. But I can't believe we let them score like that so quickly. As we'll see what happens here on the recruiting trail real quick. We get another hard commit from a 3-star, Nick Moon. A hard commit from the 1-star free safety that we don't want. And that's all on the recruiting trail. Louisville lost last week, so they drop in the polls to number 14. Still going to be all but impossible to beat Louisville. I don't see any way we can beat Louisville, but we'll try. We're up to 5 commits now, 1 1-star, 1 2-star, and 3 3-stars. As we're on the radar here for Troy, it takes a few weeks to get him interested. As my brain is just fried, I cannot believe what we just went through there. I thought we had the dynasty-defining victory in our grasp against Franklin and Virginia Tech, but the game had other things in store for us as we drop another close game. And yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. So Temple falls to Virginia Tech, 35-28. We're 3-5 on the year. We're back to sole possession of last place in the conference. Actually, we're tied with South Florida, who at least we beat them. Maybe we can beat West Virginia. They're not very good, but we'll see. Right now, I don't feel like we can beat anybody, but we'll keep trying. We'll get our spirits back up tomorrow, as we really put a lot of heart and effort into that game just to fall short, but that's okay. Good night, everyone. We'll try again soon. And thank you, everybody, for coming. And signing off from South Philly. Thank you for listening to Temple Owls Football, brought to you by Diet Coke. Great taste, 0 calories. Diet Coke for the official drink of Owl Nation. Good night, everyone.